right, so hello everybody. My name is Chris Staywaz. This is my son Jack. We're going to do a little video for National Public Television here on how to tap maple trees, which is always something that's fun to do in this time of the year because you're running out of other things to do. Football's over and you can't really plant your seeds yet, so you're looking for something to do, and this is a great time. So I started doing this about probably 15 years ago now. And it's fairly simple to do. Once you start doing it, you find like you always are buying more because it's so fun to do, and I wish I had a lot more time, but I don't. So you can do it relatively inexpensively. It is a labor of love. It's a lot of work. It's 40 gallons of sap that you need to collect to boil down to get 1 gallon of syrup. So that's a little bit of work. But so what do you need? You need buckets. You can do it the old-fashioned way, which is what I do with a galvanized bucket. You can collect it with poly bags, or you can collect it through a tubing method. And if you go to National Farmers Exchange has the material, and any farm store has it for you. It's a little bit of an investment, but once you buy it and you keep it and you clean it every year and take good care of it, it'll last forever. This is a tap that goes into the tree. It's got a little hook on it where the bucket will hang. We'll show you how we do that. And then you need a lid to keep the rain and the birds off of it and the bugs out of it when it gets a little bit warmer. And of course, you need a maple tree. That's the most important part. You want to tap when the temperature at night goes below freezing, and then during the day it comes back above freezing. That's going to bring the sap down from the bottom of the tree up to the top and then back down at night, and that's when you're going to catch that. They call it a run, a sap run, of when it's going through the tree, it will come into your bucket. I'll show you how to tap a tree. So I like to tap a tree on the south-facing side so it gets sun, warms it up a little bit more. Just me. Might be right, might be wrong, don't know, but it works for me. So you got a 7/16 drill bit. You're going to go in about probably about 1.5 to 2 inches. I have it kind of down what I like to do. Drill our hole. As you can see right here, I'm already getting some sap flow. You can see that wetness, and here she comes. It's already coming out. Put the tap into the hole, and then you gotta tap it in. I use a piece of metal so I don't bend my tap. She's in there, she's dripping. Attach our bucket. And this is the fun part. You get to watch it drip in there all day. It's kind of mesmerizing. It's a good time. Especially in the end of February when you're really looking for something fun to do with the kids. Or adults like me. Like I said, this will keep the rain out of it. It'll keep the snow out of it if it snows. If it freezes at night, we'll talk about that later when you collect it, but you can just throw that frozen part away. The sugar will not freeze in there. It'll go down to the bottom of the bucket. So that's it. This is ready. The way this thing is flowing now, I'll probably have to come back tomorrow and empty it. But tomorrow's going to be a little bit colder, so it might slow down a bit. Sap containers, I just build them every year out of old scrap wood, fill it up with snow, and keep it as cool as you can. That way the sap will stay fresh, last anywhere between 7 to 10 days if you keep it on ice like this, or keep it cool as you can, and then you can just keep using the sap. Otherwise it'll get sour. The best type of sap, how you can tell it's fresh is it's clear. Once it starts to sour, it'll get cloudy. Same thing once the trees start to bud. If it's too warm, like it has been lately, you'll see the sap that's coming out of the trees will be cloudy, and that tells you that it's past the point where you're going to be able to make good syrup with it. So you can always make candy, which just requires a higher temperature to finish it off. It still will taste mighty delicious, and you can make all sorts of other stuff with it. You can make maple cream, you can make maple powder is just endless things, which I'd like to do, but I don't have time. Now we're doing the boiling of the sap. You've seen the collection of it, how we tap the trees and get buckets out. And today we're doing a boil. And as you can see, we've been boiling for actually, it's about 1:30 right now. We've been boiling since about 8 o'clock this morning. There's a couple of different parts to the boiling process. This is the evaporator pan, the main pan. You can get ones bigger than this, obviously like commercial size or small, a lot smaller than that. You can do it in a pot, you can do it in a cast iron kettle. All sorts of different ways to do it. I have a preheater up here, so I pour the raw sap into this container here. It heats it up from the heat of the evaporator below, and I drip it into the main evaporator down there so I don't lose the boil. It's always continuous boiling. And I surround it with what are called fire bricks to keep the heat as concentrated as I can onto the pan, and let it boil. So what you're seeing on the bottom of the pan, the white foam, that's very normal. Sometimes it foams a lot. You just throw it off to the side, get rid of it. Keep the evaporation going as best you can. I use a little bit of a fan over here to blow some cool air over it so it evaporates a little faster. I generally boil pretty much all day for 3 or 4 days in a row. I try to do that. And I'll finish it off on a smaller boiler in a pan like this so that I can see what the temperature is with a probe that I put in there and control it as best I can. And it's too big for me in what I do from a hobby standpoint to control it in a giant pan like that. So what we'll do after this point is when we get down to probably about 3 gallons or so, we'll take it out of this spigot here and put it through a double filter. I got a paper filter, I'm going to have a cloth filter. Get all the little impurities that are out of there. Sometimes there's some things that come in, like sand or a little bit of rocks that come into the sap just from Mother Nature. And then we'll put it into that pan, boil it down, filter it one more time, and then we put it into our jars and enjoy it.